Hey folks, so today's video is day number 3 using the Urban Decay Afterdark palette, and today I wanted to use some of the more warm shades in the palette along with a little bit of gold glitter to make this like almost halo eye kind of wet looking thing. I don't know, but if you guys want to know how to do it, then just stay tuned and here's the tutorial. Alright, so then today we're going to be using these 3 shades right here, and so I'm going to be using Alter, as well as Scene and Supersonic. I'm also going to be using just a little bit of glitter. This happens to be a very fine gold glitter. This is Max Reflex Gold. That's what I used on the inner corner as well as on the lid. And then for brushes, I'm using 4. I'm using a MAC 217, a MAC 239, a little brush, I think I used that to apply glitter, and then just this little brush for the inner corner. Alright, so first shade I'm using is Supersonic, and I'm going to put this both in the crease as well as the inner and outer corner. I'm kind of doing like a halo-y effect, and then I'm going to be putting Scene on the center of the lid. Is that if you apply them softly, they blend out really, really well, and if you apply them with a stiff brush, then you can really pack on that color and make it intense, but they blend out nice, which is good. Not a lot of metallic shades like that blend out really well, I find. So this is just a really nice texture. I really like the texture a lot. Alright, I'm just going to dust off that brush, and then I'm going to go into that lightest shade here, which is Alter. Just kind of a light shimmery gold shade, and I'm just going to blend that a little bit on top, and then work that color just underneath the brow bone. Alright, and then I'm going to take the MAC 239, I'm going to go into Supersonic, which is that red, and then I'm going to pack that right on the inner corner. You can see just by patting that color on and building it up that it almost makes it like a different shade than the one that we put in the crease. Even though it is the same shade, if you really pack it on, then it just is darker and more pigmented. So I like that I can apply it softer, it just gives me more options. Alright, and then I'm just dusting off that brush, and I'm going to go in with Scene, that's that sort of rose gold color. And this is just going to go right in the center of the eye between the inner corner and outer corner. Alright, and then with that applied, I'm just going to take this little pencil brush and I'm going to go into Alter, which is the lightest shade. And I'm just going to press that just right in the center of that, just to add even more of like a halo-y effect, I guess. Alright, I'm also taking that pencil brush in with Alter and applying it just as an inner corner highlight. Dusting that off, and then I'm going to go in with Supersonic, which is the red, and I'm going to apply that just underneath my bottom eyelashes. The next step is to just add a little bit of glitter. I wanted everything to pop a little bit. This gold glitter from MAC really complements the Alter color in the palette, and so I just wanted to sort of bring that out a little bit more. I'm just taking a little bit of the Lit Cosmetics glitter glue, and I'm first just going to apply that just right into the center of the lid. It's going to add a little bit of shimmer when you open and close your eye. I really like that effect just right on the center of the lid. It makes your eyelid look wet. And I'm also just going to take a little bit just right onto the inner corner, and then just put whatever's left on the brush, just a couple sparkles just underneath here. And then from there, that just finishes up the eyes. So I'm going to apply a coat of mascara to the top and bottom eyelashes and show you how I'm going to finish up the rest of the face. Alright, so then with mascara applied, that is the final eye look. Also, please ignore my hair. I am about to go bleach my roots for the first time by myself. You'd think, being almost 28, that I would have bleached my hair at least once myself on my own, but surprisingly not. I've always had my mom do it or a salon professional do it, and my mom has been planning on doing my hair for the last couple weeks, but every time we go to do it, there's been bad weather, like she can't get here because she's coming in from about like an hour or so, and so I'm just impatient and I'm going to do it myself. My current hair is like, I really always have my hair up in videos, mostly because of my roots, but this is all my natural hair, and I haven't bleached my hair since like June, I want to say, and so my hair doesn't go very fast, but this is about like 6 months of growth, and I just haven't bleached it in forever. YOLO, you only live once. If it all falls out, so be it. So yeah, that's pretty much why I keep my hair up in my videos, just because when I pull it back, it just looks like I have brown hair, but I'm just kind of sick of the fact that like all of this is green, and I've been meaning to dye over it because it's kind of like a gross swampy color. So yeah, pray for me because I'm about to do it myself, and hopefully all my hair doesn't fucking fall out. It shouldn't though. And then I decided to see if I could use this shade as a blush. It's very, very light, and so it may not work on darker skin tones, but it just adds a little flush of color to the cheeks. I always like to see if products and palettes can be multi-use. This one can, it just doesn't add a whole lot. So, and then I did use a little bit of Ultra as a highlight, and I think this might work up until about medium tone skin. It's a little gold on me. You can definitely see it on my skin tone, but I think it would complement more olive skin tones a little bit better. And for lips, I just wanted to do blue. I kind of told a story when I first got this, but blue color there is the same color as a pen my grandpa used to own. It's a very personal, weird thing, but it's the exact color. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that. Alright, so then that's what it looks like with the lips applied. I just really like this sort of combination of colors together. Something I like to do. So far in the week, I'm really loving the texture of these eyeshadows. They're just nice, easy to work with, nice and colorful, yet they blend out nicely. I think tomorrow I'm going to use these purple shades here, and then the last look I might do something fun with a mix of this bronze and this blue. I think I mentioned though earlier that I definitely feel like this palette could be used for 10 days, so I might do a whole other week where I go back and use this, just because I think it's fun. I really like the colors in it, and they're all slightly different than stuff that I already own. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the week. Leave me any comments down below. Do you like this look? Is it something that you would wear? Whatnot, leave whatever you want. Wish me luck in bleaching my hair, so we shall see how this turns out. I'm just gonna have like 10 mirrors set up and try to do the back and whatever. I have no one to blame except for myself if it doesn't look good, which at this point in my life I don't care. I can't see the back of my own head, so. But yeah, until my next video, I'll talk to all you soon. Bye.